You were doing these amazing retreat experiences, and you'd come back and talk about them, and I would just wonder, like, what would it look like for a group of men to come together in a space like that, and would they even want to? Like, and what would it need to look like in order for them to be like, yeah, that sounds cool. I'll go to that, you know. You introduced me to your friend Brian, who runs the Evolution Project, which is, he does men's retreats, and so you just said, I'll just introduce you guys and you see what happens, you know. And so he came over on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and he loved that I was feeling the call to do something like this. And then he said, you need to come to my next retreat. Oh, and by the way, it's this weekend. It's like Friday and Saturday. And so I had 2 or 3 days to figure out if I was going to go to this thing or not. And it's funny because even though I was thinking of doing something like that, I felt a lot of resistance. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it might be weird. I didn't know who was going. I didn't know if there was just a lot of like questioning and doubting and concerns that came up. Even just the investing in it, you know, there was a cost associated, and I was like, well, I don't know if I want to spend that money. And I actually talked about that with Brian, just the cost factor, and he kind of helped me realize that what I was really feeling was a resistance to investing in myself. And that was a little bit of a wake up, like, wow, yeah, I would gladly like support my family members in doing something like this, but for myself, I was like, oh no, I don't think so. And what did that mean? You know, I think deep down, if it was sort of like, well, I don't think that I am worth that. And that in and of itself was an important discovery. And so I chose to go to this retreat, and I had a really powerful experience there. All of the stuff I had been holding, carrying, feeling, it felt like it just wrung out of me. And once I cleared all of that out, the self-doubt, the judgment, the guilt, the shame, even I remember at the time I felt kind of a tense relationship with one of my kids in particular, like we just kept butting heads on something, and all of that just released. It just like melted away. And then I just had all this space to receive the truth and to receive love. And I felt just such a wave of love wash over me in that practice. And I first felt it from God, and then I felt like I could feel it for myself. And then I felt it for every family member and beyond. I mean, it was this complete overwhelm of love. It was incredible. And that child in particular that I felt that tension with, totally gone, and just saw them with such like a pure love. And coming home from that, there had been progress and growth, but that was like a big leap for me.
That was a big shift.
And coming back home with that abundance of love feeling, suddenly, I mean, that has a ripple effect on everybody. And so I felt like I was able to be a better, more present, more loving husband and father. And then, of course, you know, things come up and life happens, and I kind of disconnect from that, and then I have to come back to it and then find it again. But I felt like I was able to come back to it better and faster because it was familiar and it was recent. One of the things that was just eye-opening to me, I heard this study about just kind of the decline on average in general of men's like mental wellness, and we've seen that in statistics, depression, suicidality. One of those statistics pointed to 2 main issues that men felt, and it was that they felt worthless and they felt useless. And then it occurred to me that the work of helping people get clear on their identity and purpose is like the exact antidote to those ailments, because identity and worth are so intertwined and connected. And so if we have a clear sense of our identity, our worth is there, it's set. And if we have a clear sense of our purpose, then there's utility in that, and we don't feel useless. We feel like we know what we have to do. maybe like a month later, I was literally hosting a small group. I think there were about 8 or 9 of us men that gathered, and it was beautiful. We had this powerful experience, and I know that they went home in the same way that I came home, and the effect that that had on my family, I know that they had a similar impact and effect on their families.
It was a palpable difference in the home. I feel like when, as parents, we are willing to face ourselves, when we're willing to go inward, which is so courageous, when we are willing to do that work, it is healing to the generations that came before us, the ancestral, the generational, as well as the progeny, the children. Like, when a heart heals, the healing, it goes both directions, and it affects everyone in that line. And we got to receive the blessings and the light of the work that you had so courageously done that weekend. And the increase in tenderness, the increase in humility, the increase in the ability to acknowledge, and just how healing it is to just have a father or a mother say, "I'm so sorry, will you forgive me?" Like, that can heal so many wounds. Thank you for doing the work. It's really amazing to create spaces where it's safe to do that work. Every heart needs healing. If we're mortal, we've had experiences that have wounded us and that have layered lies and false beliefs on top of our hearts, that the truth hasn't gone anywhere. The truth is already inside, but mortality heaps experiences on top of that truth, and it's divinely designed to be that way. It is meant to be that way. Nothing is amiss. That mortality is hard, and that we all carry false beliefs. The healing work is to face them head on and to invite the Savior in and to let Him help us discover what's already there, the truth that He planted eons ago. It's just waiting to be discovered.